In Burkina Faso's western region of Solenzo, video has emerged of the bodies of women, children, and the elderly, their hands tied behind their back, lying in pools of blood. All appear to be displaced ethnic Fulani herders. "Stop filming," shouts a man in military fatigues.
They were mothers, fathers, children, innocent villagers who had nothing to do with war. And now, over 100 of them are gone, forever. Burkina Faso, a nation long plagued by extremist violence, now finds itself facing an even darker question. Did its own military just commit one of the deadliest civilian massacres in recent African history? This is One Africa News Network. And in this special report, we dive into the heart of a crisis that is shaking the very foundation of military rule in West Africa. A crisis demanding answers, accountability, and above all, justice. It was supposed to be a normal day in the village of Zaongo, a small rural community in the Sanmatenga province of northern Burkina Faso. But that day turned into a nightmare. According to multiple eyewitness reports, armed men in Burkina Faso military uniforms stormed the village. They didn't come to fight terrorists. They didn't arrest suspects. They allegedly lined up civilians and executed them. Survivors say the killings happened in waves, house to house, family by family. By the time it was over, more than 100 people were dead, including women, children, and the elderly. And then silence. No ambulances. No official explanation, just silence, and the bodies of their loved ones. At first, no one claimed responsibility. Then the whispers began, it was the army. They thought the villagers were helping terrorists. They acted without orders. Human rights groups, including Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International, launched independent investigations. And satellite imagery, survivor interviews, and physical evidence all point to one chilling possibility. This was not a battle. This was a massacre. The Burkina Faso military has neither confirmed nor denied the accusations. Government officials say an inquiry is underway, but no timeline has been released. No arrests, no suspensions, no names. To understand this tragedy, we must go deeper. Burkina Faso has been fighting a bloody war against jihadist insurgents for nearly a decade. Thousands of civilians and soldiers have died. Whole regions are under siege. And in this chaos, some soldiers have taken justice into their own hands. The rise of military rule under Captain Ibrahim Traoré brought hope for stronger leadership. But it also raised serious questions about unchecked power, lack of transparency, and militarization of civil life. Analysts warn, when a military fights terrorists without strict rules of engagement, the line between enemy and innocent blurs. And when justice disappears, massacres like Zaongo can happen again. Across Burkina Faso, emotions are boiling. Protesters in Ouagadougou have taken to the streets demanding answers. Civil society groups, religious leaders, and even former officials are calling for an international investigation. One mother, whose 2 sons were killed in the alleged massacre, cried into the camera. They were farmers, not terrorists. Why did they kill my children? But it's not just Burkina Faso. Across Africa, voices are rising, asking how many more civilians will die in the name of counterterrorism. As one activist tweeted, "We cannot fight terrorism by becoming terrorists ourselves." So far, Captain Ibrahim Traoré has remained mostly silent. In a brief statement, he said the government will investigate all actions that go against national values and human dignity. But no apology, no public address to the families, and certainly no justice yet. Meanwhile, Western media has slowly picked up the story. Al Jazeera, France 24, and The Guardian have all reported on the allegations. But African media? Many remain cautious, silent, or restricted. Because to question the military today is to risk your safety. But here at One Africa News Network, we will not stay silent, because the African people deserve truth, even when it's painful.
In Burkina Faso's western region of Solenzo, video has emerged of the bodies of women, children, and the elderly, their hands tied behind their back, lying in pools of blood. All appear to be displaced ethnic Fulani herders. "Stop filming," shouts a man in military fatigues. Earlier, the displaced Fulanis were filmed alive. This video shows them being dragged out of their makeshift tents by what are said to be government-backed militias meant to protect them. Children as young as 5 are seen shaking in fear as they witness the torture of their parents. A man off camera shouts, "It's the works of your parents that brought you here. This is your end." The militia is accused of targeting ethnic Fulani, accusing them of backing Al-Qaeda and ISIL armed groups. Another man says, "You, the Fulani people, do you think you can take over Burkina Faso? You will never. What is left for you to do here is to simply disappear." Human Rights Watch counted 58 people who appear to be dead or dying in the videos.
This apparent massacre seems to be a reprisal attack against the Fulani community, and they really go beyond hate speech. And again, like really seem to confirm that this community is targeted as a whole.
The government denies any wrongdoing, instead accusing armed groups of using civilians as human shields and filming the massacre in order to stoke ethnic divisions.
The displaced were taken out of Solenzo to receive care. It's important to note that they were found in extremely difficult conditions. Most of them were suffering from malnutrition and severe health issues, so immediate instructions were given to the security services, health services, and humanitarian agencies to provide them with urgent assistance.
In a video posted online, Al-Qaeda fighters say they will be the ones protecting the displaced, offering food and shelter, and preparing them for revenge. Videos of massacres are fueling anger and a conflict that appears to be spiraling out of control. Nicholas Hawk, Al Jazeera.
The alleged massacre at Zaongo is more than a national tragedy. It is a crossroads for Burkina Faso and for Africa. It raises the hardest questions. Can military governments protect civilians? Can a revolution for freedom become a force of oppression? Can justice survive when guns rule the day? We don't know all the answers yet, but what we do know is this. Over 100 lives were lost, and those lives matter. We call on the government of Burkina Faso. Speak to your people, reveal the truth, hold the guilty accountable, and above all, restore the faith of a nation that wants peace, not blood. This is One Africa News Network. If you believe in truth, in justice, and in the right to life, subscribe to this channel. Leave your comment below and share this report with the world. Because silence kills, and the truth saves lives. Disclaimer: the content of this video is based on credible publicly available information and is intended for educational, analytical, and informational purposes only. One Africa News does not promote hate, violence, misinformation, or political unrest. Our goal is to deliver thoughtful insights, highlight local voices, and encourage informed conversations throughout Africa.